Welcome back, everybody. It is day 125 of the run streak, and here I am about to get dressed to go outside for the first time in almost a month. I mean, I've been outside, but not running. So the weather's been pretty crazy, as you know, I've talked about before. Anyway, it's seeming to be okay out there. It's not super, super cold. The road is somewhat clear. So I'm going to wear the ASICS Gel Nimbus. I've got the 22s here, and I feel like they're pretty good grip on most surfaces. So as long as I avoid ice and stuff, I should be pretty good. And I'm going to be running in the old previous or former military base, so there's not a lot of traffic down there at all. So I should be able to run, near the middle of the road or in the clear patches for the most part. So anyway, let's see what happens with an outdoor run. Day 125 of the run streak. Here we go. All right. Here we go. I'm actually on a little bit of a clear patch here. A lot of snow, obviously. These Nimbus are holding up pretty good. On packed snow, even like light slush. Not so great on actual just, bare ice, but I mean, no shoes are going to do very well there. Mostly clear on the roads today. Actually, I'm just going to stop for a second. There we go. Pause the watch. Mostly clear on the roads today, especially down here in this former base, which is now kind of an industrial zone. But definitely some patches which were a little bit dicey. I'm only doing 5K today, and mainly because, I just want to continue with running easy, sort of I feel good today, so I could run longer. It's nice to be outside, but I'm still going to limit it because although it was a light session, yesterday I did do, the 10 by 1 minute. So, just feeling that tiny little bit in the legs today. So, you know what, just keep it easy, a nice recovery run, and it's really about maintaining the pattern and just going through the motions of what I'm going to be doing when training really gets into, the longer distance and the harder workouts. So I feel good now, obviously, it's week 1. So why mess with a good thing and be like, I can run a little bit longer today, run a little bit longer than planned, and just start things off on a potentially bad note. It just doesn't make any sense. With that said, it is nice out here. I like it. Nice to be outside. I've mentioned before on my channel that there's a seaweed processing plant just up the hill here. Definitely got that ocean smell in the air today. But I like that. I'm from Atlantic, Canada, so it doesn't bother me one bit. It's it's a little bit cool out, but it's not too bad because there's not much wind. The basin looks pretty nice and behind me here. I'm wearing a regular tech t-shirt as my base layer, and then another tech wicking layer, and then 2 long sleeve semi-thermal layers. Didn't need the jacket today, didn't need the windbreak because there really isn't much for wind at all. But it's -4 Celsius, that's not Fahrenheit, -4 Celsius, so that's 25 or something like that Fahrenheit. Feels like -8 or 9 out here apparently, which I can see it, but once you're moving along, it's not that bad, and like I say, there isn't all that much wind. So I'm just gonna get back at it. Day 125 of this run streak already, and man, it feels good to be able to say that. And it feels good to be running outside after almost a month. But okay, well, I'll catch up afterwards and just chat a little bit more specifically about this Suunto watch and using the route and planning all of that, and just kind of walking through how easy that was. So I'm really excited about that. All right, talk soon. All right, back inside now, and that was a good run, gotta say. Did 5K. Average pace was a 550 kilometers, so nice and slow, that's 930 mile or something. Really gotta give the Nimbus 22s credit. They did well, like I said, on some, lightly packed snow, even a little bit of slush, even a couple little icy bits, but didn't slide around too much. It's pretty Canadian winter running here, so it was good. It was fine. I didn't feel unsafe or anything like that. I definitely noticed the hills. So running on the treadmill for the last almost a month, obviously, you know, the most you're going to get is a few percent, but my treadmill doesn't even have that. My treadmill is like the most basic model ever. It's, you know, it's got a belt and you run, and that's about it. I mean, it is motorized, but there's no elevation, like I can't change the grade or anything. So I've been running pretty much just flat running for the last month. Got outside, and in the second half of this run, because from my house I go down the hill and down into the base and then back up all in the second half, it was about 60 meters or 197 feet of elevation gain in that last 2.5K, which I know isn't crazy or anything, but again, I haven't run a hill in almost a month. I noticed it for sure. It definitely slowed me down a little. Heart rate got up a little bit, but still manageable, not too bad. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Oh, I wanted to talk about the Suunto 5. Got that for Christmas, and it was really easy to just create a route on Strava from my laptop, export the GPX file, and upload that to my Google Drive, and then from my phone, just take it from my Google Drive into the Suunto app and onto the watch to be ready to be used for a run. The entire process, including creating my route, was probably less than 3 minutes. From the time that I had it like saved and was like, okay, yep, put this on my drive, and then put it over to the watch. I mean, it might have taken 2 minutes, honestly, so I was really excited about that. It's a function that I haven't used before. I know this is not a new function by any means, and some folks who've had running watches for several years will be like, well, yeah, obviously. But for me, this is the first time I've actually done that. I don't know if the previous, like the Suunto Ambit 3 that I had did that. I don't know. I mean, its functionality was kind of broken in the last couple of years with Suunto changing their apps and kind of leaving that watch out a little bit. But either way, I didn't use it, and now I have, and I really like the feature. It'll be good for navigating areas I'm not used to. I did intentionally miss a turn, and yeah, like a few seconds later it told me, hey, you're off course. Like, it beeped at me and vibrated and said, hey, you're off course. So I righted myself, and then, you know, it picked up. So yeah, it was really cool. Good if you're running an area you're not familiar with and you need to plot something out. You can just glance down. You can be following the route the whole time. It tells you where you gotta make your turns and stuff. So yeah, it was really cool. Anyway, just excited to get outside again. It was cool, but not like too cold. And, you know, main thing, there wasn't any wind. So just getting outside for another 5K, easy day. Feeling the hills a little bit, but yeah, it was nice. So day 125 of the run streak. I'm a third of the way through a year already. I mean, that's pretty crazy to think. Time's just flying by. So anyway, thanks for following along on this journey, and I really appreciate the support here on Instagram, on other places where I talk about running or whatever else is going on in my life. So thanks again, and we'll catch you in the next video, guys. Peace.